what's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back. And I am going live today, so y'all bear with me. You know, y'all been with me with Game of Thrones. I'm gonna do better for this power, so let's just get into it. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna read some of your comments, but I want to just kind of keep it like a review, and I'll jump in, shout you out when I can. So we'll jump in and we'll chat it up, okay? So make sure you like the video. 8.5, 8, okay. I got y'all telling me your ratings, okay. What's up, Vanessa, Jai, William, Lawrence, One Journey? Hey, y'all. It was a good episode to me. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think that's how I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling 8.5. Hey, Donnies. Thank y'all for joining me. And we are going to just go ahead and get right on into it because we have a lot to talk about. Like this video that I have, it is like, it's like long. So yeah, so first of all, Reek dreams of ghosts. All the ghosts except for his father. So I'll let the clip play. We're going through, we see Jabari, we see Proctor, we see everybody, right? So we got everybody coming, everybody that kind of is linked to Tariq. We got Raina there. She's grown up. Look at her. We got Lakeisha there. Sorry, the pictures are so dark. I tried to lighten them up just a little bit, but it's okay. We just gonna roll with it. And then so we have Ray. So all the people that he was tied and he got blood on his hands. So in and off with Carrie. And then Lauren. Okay, so let's stop here. Okay, so Lauren comes up to the door and she's trying to get into the classroom. And he was just like, class is canceled today. And she was like, I don't miss class. You know what I'm saying? I just do not miss class. So let me in. But I noticed that he didn't let her in. And did you notice how dark everybody else was? Everybody else was dark. And she came into the dream in this vivid color, even though it kind of looks dull on mine, but you could see the people had like a bluish tint on them. So she came out with this vivid color. So that makes me think that it might be because she didn't enter the classroom where all the dead ghosts were, and she was outside of the classroom, and then she was kind of lit in this kind of a vivid color that she didn't look dead. But we also know that Effie went to go take care of her, and we don't know exactly what it is. But the school of story writing, if you don't see a dead body, the person is presumed to not be dead. So we could say, like I said, I thought she should have left. I thought she should have left town with her parents, got on the first thing smoking, and just kind of relocated. That's where I think she could have went, with that, because I just think she should have just left, and we didn't have to come to this point where somebody's actually killing her off. So I'll be fine either way, but because they didn't show her body, I'm more apt to say that she's coming back, because I see these stories paralleling with book one, how Angela came back into his life later on down the line. And I think this is the same thing that is going to happen with Lauren. She's going to come back into his life and just turn his life upside down. I think that's where we're going with this. So I see we're going. Okay, let me keep going. I'm reading y'all. Hey, sweet brown sugar, support gaming. Hey, thanks for joining. Yes. So where are we going? So okay. So we're still doing this. Okay. So then Carrie says, "Oh, look, it's Dale Dad. Come on, get the phone." And so everybody knows, y'all. Come on, let's cut the shit. Cut the shit. Ghost. What's his name? Omari Hardwick. They don't fuck with each other no more. It's a wrap. So, like Moochie said, she had the greatest idea ever known to man when she said that they will, if they bring Ghost back, they will recast him to have some kind of surgery to reconstruct his face. And that way we could say, he went off, he faked his death and all this stuff. That's perfect. That's perfect, because I really don't think he's dead. And I mean, I know they say he did, like that. I was on the train of saying he's dead. I thought Ghost was dead, but the way they keep writing it, it just feels like it's leading these breadcrumbs and stuff like that. So that's where I am with that. So So Ghost, and then all of a sudden Tariq wakes up out of his dream. And so this is Tate. Okay, so this brings us to Davis making a phone call to call Tariq. Calls Tariq and is like, what does Tate got on you? He's the next witness. And he was like, nothing. He ain't got nothing on him. So he gives him that. He told him nothing. So I was just like, okay, so whatever. And so, okay, so he's thinking about that. Then we see Tate and Kamal. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna let you know that I think Tate is trash. Like that, Nick, he will do anything. Like, I guess he is perfect for the political arena because he will do anything to anybody. He don't care. Because the way he used that information that Kamal gave him right there at that desk and talking about an eyewitness called, and she keeps switching up her stories. First she said she saw one person, then she said she saw two, and then he was like, do you think I should? And he was like, no, you shouldn't. He said, it's at your discretion. Go ahead and use it. And I was like, this, you dirty mother. When he brought that shit up in court, I said, you dirty mother. Shut your mouth. I couldn't believe him. He is something else. So yeah, so that's the lady calling and stuff like that. And he said, just use the influence or whatever. So there's that. So then now we have the real classroom scene. So we're not going to we're actually going to class, and he's saying class is canceled. So class is canceled, and now we are sitting up here having this conversation with Tariq. And basically he was like, I thought that Carrie had some more fight in her. I didn't think that she would, do what she's doing or whatever. And so make sure y'all hit the like button. I see y'all coming in here. AMK, hey. And Danielle, hey. Make sure y'all hit them likes for me. I'm doing this by myself, so I'm not over on the YouTube side. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't go back and forth, y'all. So anyway, so where was I at? See, okay, now we're saying Mama Bear is on ice. Okay, so this is Monet trying to reach Zeke. So she's looking at the thing. She hears about Carrie's suicide. Now, right after the first paragraph of her suicide, we get to see who? Zeke. So they're linking Zeke and Carrie in this whole scandal and all this other stuff. So of course she's calling and calling and calling. She's like, shit. She's like, pick up the phone. So he wouldn't pick up the phone. Then next thing you know, Mecca walks in because, she's staying over there. And they're talking, and she was just like, he was like, well, he want to talk to me. And so she got a phone call. So he was like, okay, I'm going to make him want to talk to you. And so he leaves to go talk to Zeke. And, he's trying to move things. You know what? Mecca has an Achilles heel, and the Achilles heel is Monet. He's made so many, like, I thought he was so smart. Like, I felt like they really needed to redeem him. I'm glad we got a little bit of his story today. this episode, because I really felt like they really sullied his character last episode with how the heist thing played out and how he took Chef out to like teach Kane a lesson. And I'm like, if that nigga don't know yet, you don't have to keep killing your man. Like, what is you doing? So I was just like, they really just kind of like, sullied his reputation for me. And I remember, y'all, I swear I called it. I said, he is some kind of narc. I said, he's not a cop. I said, he might be undercover or something like that, because people tend to be able to move when they with them 3-letter agencies. They can move around and do what they got to do with impunity. And so I always thought, because I was like, okay, he's on top of everything. He's like loaded. I called it. I knew that he was something else. I knew he just wasn't your regular, like Tommy or Ghost. He wasn't that type of, what I'm saying? He wasn't that type of dude. So yes, I called it. I knew he was a narc. I knew he just wasn't just a regular person. And then also too, when they started talking about the special forces, I said, okay, yeah. So we kept on building on that. And so I was impressed with his character or whatever, but I knew he had something to do. So now the jig is up for Kane. So he goes back in the back. Mecca goes in the back. Okay, so he comes into the house. Now all of a sudden, Kane sharpening the knives. Whatever. So anyway, he finds out that the bag is gone. He comes back out. He yokes Kane up, and he's like, "What is going on? Where's my bag?" And all this other stuff, or whatever. Kane was the first to call Mecca being a narc. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, he is a big snitch. I said this was a womp because when it comes out, they just signed his death certificate. Y'all know snitches get stitches. It's a wrap. Mecca is dying next episode. That's just what it is. They done wrote it right into the darn script, and he can't go. And I'm gonna get into it when we get into it later with Monet figuring stuff out. I got more to say about that. Y'all make sure y'all share the video to anybody who watches Power so they can chat it up with us in the comments. Make sure you like. Okay, so now, where are we going? Where are we? So he told him he was going to be his number 2. He asked him for his fingerprint or whatever. And you remember that whole little, like, put your hand on the chopping block, like he going to cut his hand off or whatever. And I'm just like, how many times you done threatened that nigga? I was just like, you can't keep on pulling that card. You know, that's not going to work for too much longer. That's what I'm thinking. So, but hey, that's just me. What else? What else? Where are we going? Okay, so then he leaves. I think he's leaving to go take care of some business or whatever. He told him, congratulations, you're now my number 2. And so he lets him go, and he's kind of catching his breath or whatever. Then Lorenzo, Poppy calls Kane. Look, Kane look like his whole head is like gone. Like, I got a headache. Like, this shit is stressing me out. Mecca is back there talking about this. Nah, Joe, no. He was like, no, you can't go to Poppy. And so he was like, the first order of business is that we need to call your father and let him know we ain't got no product. And I was just like, ding, hold a pin where I just said that. Hold a pin where I said that Mecca said, let's call your father to let him know we ain't got no product. Put a pin in it. I'm going to pull it up later when we get down the line. Okay, so I think he said he had to roll out or whatever. Lorenzo is losing his shit. He throws his phone. The kids come in the room. They see the room is ransacked and shit. And I thought somebody else did it because of the way the trailer was cut. But no, Lorenzo went on a whole tirade in that joint. So then Drew drops all the dimes, nickels, and quarters. Shout out to Moochie. That they stole from the Connect. I said, you know what? That's what I don't like about Power. You know, I try not to like throw them underneath the bus like the writers and stuff. I think they do a good job. They have a nice locked in audience, but they betray their characters too much. Like, you have to keep a person's value systems, and the things that they do has to line up with their value systems and what they care about. Like, I just do not understand how participating in a crime against your father, and then you turn around and just tell him without no pressure. He ain't even apply no pressure, no nothing. Like, he just like out with it. Like, I know what happened to it. I was like, what? Like, Ozark does a great job with their writing, that their characters, no matter hook nor crook, they are going to stay true to the characters that they wrote and established. And that's just like my little nitpick with this. Like, wherever they need the story to go, it's any kind of convenience goes. Like, they go there, they go to this place, they just be all over the place. And so, yeah, the people betray their characters very much so often or whatever. So I was kind of disappointed in that or whatever. But he told him what happened. He was like, go get my drugs. And I was just like, okay. So now it's time to pay the piper, Reed. So now he goes into the courthouse. He meets up with Tate. And he was like, well, what you want to do? What you want to do if I give you this picture? What you want to do? He was like, Nick, I'm going to destroy you on the stand, off the stand. Like, we had old dog Tate he came and showed his face in that stall. And it was so funny when he was saying that, what did he say? Oh my God, what did he say? He said, he had to sit in the stall while everybody was taking nervous shits. Like, that was just too much information. It was a funny line, but it was a mess. I'm like, shit, my ass would have been standing out in that hallway until I seen Reek coming up through the, like, walking up through the doors, and then I would have went the damn store. I would have been sitting in that. How long was he sitting in there? Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, so yeah, he went off on him. He was like this, you better give it to me. And he had to deliver. He had to deliver. He had the picture. And when Tate saw it, he was like, checkmate. So we go into the court, everything's going good. He's singing like a canary. And what's her name? Is her name Jessica? Jenna? Well, her. She was talking about she's trying to rebuild and reassess, because they was like, what? Because he's sitting up here glowing about Tariq or whatever. They was like, what is he on the stand for? She was like, well, I'm just trying to rebuild my what's the testimony? Witness character. And then so he was like, just because she's sexually liberated don't mean that her character is flawed in some kind of way. No, move on. And then Tate ends up, he was getting ready to be done with it, but of course, you know, you gotta have to cross-examine, right? So here we come. He comes and he brings the fire. He was like, the jury is fine with that. You know, we ain't doing no slut shaming no more. And so Davis get up there and he was like, yeah, he said no more slut shaming. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he was saying, but he said something else. And the thing was that everything was fine with what he said. And I even think when I interpreted what I heard from Tate, I felt like he threw his brother under the bus, but it was a win for Tariq because Davis could go for a mistrial and get Tariq totally off the board or whatever. And then he would still have Tariq underneath his thumb if he needed something else, because he, you know, he kind of did a twofold type of favor or whatever. So he was getting ready to get it all thrown out. And so he was like, yeah, he pulled a switcheroo. He threw his brother underneath the bus. He told on his brother and said that there's some more evidence that the prosecution has. They have an eyewitness and whoopty. I mean, he was spilling it. I said, no, he did not. But yes, he did. He did. And they was like, we need to go to the chambers. And Jenny is looking crazy. She was like, just give me a week. No, I didn't know. I didn't get it. And so he was just like, no, I am going for a mistrial and sanctions. I was like, I said, the judge was like, you got 48 hours. I said, ooh, but you better get to moving. I don't know what she's going to do, but she better get to moving. So where else are we going? Let me read some of y'all. Hey, Brillo. I'm going to read some of y'all while I'm waiting for my thing to get in. Brillo, One Journey, William, Lawrence, and Jai. Okay. All right. Make sure y'all hit them like buttons. Zeke meets his zaddy again. So he already met him on the court, but this time he actually initiated that whole meetup with him or whatever. So we're meeting with him. And, you know, he brings him a beer or Stella or whatever. And he's basically saying that his chances are ruined for, you know, the league and going to the draft. And, you know, he's trying to reassure him. And he's like, you know, you can go ahead and leave college because they not, you know, it's just a scandal. So he was like, just work hard as you can, and we'll just get a private coach. And when it's time for the draft, you'll be ready for it. He said, I got the money for the best of the best, a private coach. We gonna get it popping. And then he was like, but I need you to talk to Monet. I need you to talk to your mother. So, okay, cool. I guess he kind of reluctantly agrees to it or whatever. So that's that on that. Yeah, he said you got to give Monet a chance. Okay, so coming up with the master plan. So now this is when Diana and Drew is coming up, and she's talking about this is where the thing where they keep course correct drugs at. So they're going back and forth, and Diana is upset because I don't understand why Drew upset, because he just went up there snitching too, and then he gonna turn around and chastise her, talking about she was snitching. So anyway, and she was like, I told the truth, and everybody mad at me, and he like, yeah. So anyway, so she's still kind of like upset about that or whatever. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
She's like, yeah, you fucked up the family, basically. And so now they're trying to put in the thing. She's like, well, can you? She said, I'm gonna have to get the key card. Oh, he gonna have to get the key card. Sorry, he gonna have to get the key card, and she's gonna get the QR code. So they came up with the master plan. They're going up to Stansfield, do what they gotta do, and that's that on that. Every time I see Zeke, this is what I hear. His face, like he had the dumb look. I was like, Zeke, I don't know what is going on. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, so yeah, I was just like, okay, so he comes there. Monet's trying to do her best at explaining what actually happened. I'm gonna need to figure out how many birthdays did y'all lie to this boy. Oh, you're 4 years old. He turned 4 again. I'm 5. No, you're 4 years old. I'm 5. Next birthday. No, you're still 4. You remember? You were 3 last year. No. I don't know what the hell. Courtney can't call herself trying to explain that shit. Girl, bye. I'm not. I can get with another family member raising him, but for 3, 4 years, y'all tricking that boy to think that he's look, it's so ridiculous. I can't even listen. That's what I keep telling y'all. I keep telling y'all. Hey, Samara. It's a mess. It's a mess. So anyway, she's doing her best trying to explain this story. It don't take much. You don't gotta say too much for him. So they're telling the story. Then she's looking all pitiful or whatever. She's just like, I tried my best. It was the hardest thing. So, okay, so one thing that we did get out of it, she seemed like she took the blame for it. It wasn't like what we thought is that the parents, because she was 16, so because she was so young, that it was the parents that made her do it. She said she wished she could have fought harder. So I still feel like it was the parents doing. At 16 years old, you don't really get any kind of say to me if you're living in my house and we have to deal with the consequences of what you did. So, I mean, we're going to like work with you, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, she came up with some little lackadaisical story or whatever. And she said the sister wanted, y'all, I got some theories, y'all. We're going to get into it in the end. And it involves Zeke, Lauren, and Mecca. Okay, so those are my theories. We're going to talk about that at the end. I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm going to keep on. Hey, Moochie. I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm going to hurry up and get to the point, but I'm just trying to breeze through what's going on. So basically, they're saying that they're going to be there for him. And he's like, y'all didn't care about me. He was like, Mecca even said that he was like, he got yoked up. She didn't know that I was going to be doing as well as I did. And he confesses that he saw Monet and Zeke on ESPN. And then he also said that he was just struck by lightning. And I was just like, why? Because Zeke looked just like you. That looked like that's your junior. That he looked just like you, right? That must be it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. You tell me. Because they look like identical twins. Like, I'm just saying. I don't know. But anyway, they just go on and explain it. And he's just like, he's upset. He feel rejected, abandoned, and stuff like that. So he's dealing with and trying to process his feelings. Monet's feeling really, really bad. And she also told a damn lie because he asked, did she have anything to do with Carrie's death? And she said, I would never do anything like that to hurt you. However, comma, she said, after Lorenzo put me out, I came straight here. And you see the face on Mecca? He was looking at her like, take a mental note. And then he was just like, I can vouch for it because I was right here with her. And he probably looking at her like he was a goddamn lie. Anyway, so let's go on. So I caught that. He was like, I'ma just go. I'ma go. And y'all ain't gotta worry about me. Drew gotta get it. Not it, but the card. The card. So yeah, so he goes in there, but he gets all caught up with Everett, and they're just, doing what they do. Then Everett notices that in the most awkward time that his right hand was fully healed because he must have been doing something that he could feel. he told him that your hand is fully healed. Then he put his hand on his heart and he was like, you draw my tattoo. Then Drew finally wakes up and he was like, I don't do that no more. So then he jumps up, goes into the bathroom. He's back on track. So he looks in the mirror, got to get himself together. You could do this. You could do it, Drew. And he looks down and he sees Everett's pants and he gets the key card out of there and he gets out of there. So Jenny goes to the Westons. Now, because of the move that Davis pulled in them chambers talking about a mistrial and all of that, she about to pull out all the stops. This bitch gonna be here, there, everywhere. So she shows up at the Westons and let them hear the tape. Then Trace runs his big ass mouth and tells the whole story, runs down talking about, yeah, he know him. Yeah, he know Kane. He know Kane. We ran drugs with him. He kidnapped us. I said, I just want to fight him. I was like this, ooh, do somebody got a hot one for Trace? Does somebody have a hot one for Trace? Can somebody let me know that? Anyway, so they're going through all the ups and downs, and Jenny was like, well, guess what? Really? So she's asking Braden, and Braden is like, absolutely not. Then next thing you know, she pulls out the evidence. She got the evidence from Ramirez dash cam, pictures of them, pictures of Kane's license plate. I said she ran it. I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, okay, so they yoked up. So they're sitting up there. However, comma, did you see what was sitting beside his father, their attorney? And so she goes on a thing, and the father was like, he wanted to see what was going on. And then he wasn't down with Braden doing it. He said, but what if Trace gets on the stand and testifies or whatever? And so then the lawyer lady jumped in. She said, but both of my clients have to have immunity, both. And so and that's what a good lawyer would get you. A good lawyer will get you the protections that you need, whether you testifying or whether somebody attached to you is testifying, because you know the right questions to ask and answer. You know what I'm saying? So get you a lawyer. Hey, Gemini Don. Get you a lawyer ASAP. So, like I said, that was all played out in all the evidence that they had. And Trey said he is happy to testify. They get full immunity. Jenny says, deal. Look at Tariq. I got the looking like twinkle toes. It's just the screenshots I be getting though. But he was coming out the bathroom or whatever. And okay, so Braden just came from his house where he was just, approached by Jenny. So now he's putting two and two together. So he's gonna ask him what happened in court. And he was like, court went okay or whatever. And then so he said, oh, it went okay. He said, so you did it. So you turned the picture over because that's the only way that Tate would have, corroborated your story and put you in a good light. He needed the thing. So he was like, he was like, I had to. He said, it's a matter of life and death for me. He was just like, and he was just like, everything is not about you. And he was pissed. He was mad. He left. And, I mean, listen, I really think Tariq just did it and not even asked him about it or nothing. Like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So I thought, he was trying to be all upfront and stuff. And I'm just like, no, that may not have been the best thing. But anyway, we're here now, so he got to deal with it. So Brayden's just a little mad, so he just gonna have to be mad. So where are we at now? Oh, Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana, y'all. Let me show you what I put. I put some notes up there for her. I put Dirty Diana using the laws of power to get what she wanted, right? So she came in there, and I think she was using law 12 and law 14. And she came in there, she's standing at Tariq's door, getting herself together because she knows she got, hit the waterworks. She got to pull out the crocodile tears, so she's getting ready to go up in there. And she goes in there and she sees that Tariq is busy, like he has to go somewhere. So she has to act fast. She got to think, hey, Greg, she got to think quick on her feet. And he was like, I really got somewhere to go, but I'm going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk. What you got? And so she's like, did the broke up. And actually she had some tears. So I was impressed. I was like, okay, I see you, Dirty Diana. She was getting her Dirty Diana on. She was talking about my family hate me. I did something to blow up the family. But she used the 14th law of power is to give people information to make them pull down their defenses where they don't feel like on guard. So she shared that information because she always shares information about what's going on in their household. So she gave him the little waterworks, made him feel sad. Then he got up, he had put his phone on the I don't understand why you take your phone out your pocket, but I don't know. But he does that. He takes his phone out of pocket, and then when she's crying, he goes to get her some tissue, and she saw that he never picked up his phone when he went to go get the tissue. So then she was like, okay, I need to get him out the room. So she asked for something else. So she asked for a water bottle, and she know he ain't got no damn refrigerator in here, so she know he got to go to the cooler to go get the water. So she goes in there, she uses her damn phone, a picture of Tariq, and she puts it on his phone for the phone recognition. So she put her phone down with his picture into his phone, opens it up, gets directly to the QR code. Like, is it his screensaver? Like, what? Like, listen, I'm not gonna keep on hammering about this stuff, but the conveniences, it was like that. So anyway, she gets what she needs. He comes back really, really quick, but he has the water, and then he was like, I really gotta go. So she takes the water. She's like, no, I understand. Yeah, I guess you understand. You got what you needed, right? Come on. So we leaving. He goes, he actually leaves. I think he has to go meet with Davis or something, and she got what she needed. And then yeah. And 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. So you lower his defenses, and then you get what you need on the other end. So those are the two laws that she was using in her whole thing. And then we move on to it's go time. So we got Diane, we got Drew with the key card. They go in, and they going up the steps. Everybody going to do what they got to do. She got the QR code. They got the bags. She trying to figure out what's going on. She looking for the thing, like what to do. She finds it. Everything just opened up. Like, I was like, oh, okay. So then they clean it out, take it to Poppy. Poppy was happy as hell. Hey, Kay. Poppy was happy. And he actually ended up giving Drew, like, he gave him like the nice work, son, well done, and he winked at him or whatever. But however, he gave Dirty Diana the dirty look as he walked past her. So I was like, how's that for you, Diana? So they go out and they ringing up everybody. I'm just like, okay. So, oh, wait. Oh, here goes Zeke. You hear Zeke with the clown music. All right. So yeah, they go out and they're all going all around town, re-upping everybody. So I'm like, okay, they did what they had to do. So you kind of seeing Lorenzo in his element, what he does or whatever. So okay, I enjoyed that too. And then so we get to Zeke and he's doing this press conference. Child, it went all wrong. You know, he started out with a little chuckle. That little smile, it stayed on his face for like a half a minute and it was gone, baby, because baby, somebody done blew up and leaked the story that are you really 24 years old? Are you really 23 years old? Are you misrepresenting your age or whatever? He was like, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about it? And next thing you know, y'all, I'm telling you, Mecca did that shit. Mecca did that shit. Wherever, like whenever you talk about somebody snitching, it's gonna be Dirty Diana or it's gonna be Mecca. Because what are they? Snitches. Okay. And Everett put him in there too. He a snitch too. So yeah, Mecca did that shit. Like people was trying to say that they thought it was a hospital. They thought it was Lorenzo. I was like, Lorenzo ain't fucking around with no goddamn Zeke. He ain't worrying about no goddamn Zeke. No, like where did that come from? So no, it's not Lorenzo. And A, he's not that smart. B, he's not that well connected. And C, he don't give about Zeke. He could care less about Zeke. So anyway, like I said, this is Mecca trying to reposition these pieces on the board to try to get what he want because his Achilles heel is Monet. He has tunnel vision for that. And to his detriment, I must say, in my theories, it's coming, y'all. We're going to get there. How long I've been on here? 37 minutes? Okay. Okay, y'all. I ain't going to be too long. I just said I wasn't going to be long, right? Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, they go into a whole frenzy or whatever. And his agent was like, if that's true, you can forget it. So, you know, it was all bad. I was just like, that poor Zeke. Poor little TC. Okay. So, Lauren gives Rick the full story. She tells him about the wire, who was on the wire with names. See, he just heard some of the story when she said Lorenzo and all. He was like, what did he look like or whatever? So he's asking the questions, the right questions, because at first she just said a wire and she just said that they know something about you or whatever. But now we get into the nitty gritty. So when he starts to figure out Kane has something to do with it, Kane and Braden or whatever. So he was like, you know what? You can listen to the prosecutors because Jenny said she's safe. He said, look, I'm telling you, you better take your ass and run. You better get out of here. You talking about Kane? No. I'm gonna let you know you need to get the hell up out of Dodge. And so, you know, I guess he had it in his heart to help her or whatever. So down the line, we'll see that play out. So the fake shootout also orchestrated by none other than Mecca. Yes, Mecca set that shit up. Who in the world is rolling around in Suburbans shooting up the basketball court? Who and why? Why Zeke? No, that was a setup. And we're talking about special forces. You mean to tell me that you're out here with a whole gun you can't hit none of them people in the truck? Like, make it make sense. So anyway, I was just like, okay, that was clearly orchestrated because he was not doing enough to try to hit the cars and try to protect them or whatever. It felt like they were missing and he was missing intentionally. That's what that felt like. So anyway, it was fake and phony. It did not have any emotional beats. I don't think that Monet, did you see Zeke ass try to jump up like he was about to do another Drew? Girl, I don't know what, you must need to take your prenatal vitamins when you was when you was pregnant. Now, this scene coming up with Tariq and Effie. Reek and Effie. This all I wanted to say to Reek.
Hush! You talk too much. Homegirl, you never shut up. Goddamn.
Y'all, if he don't shut his goddamn mouth. Like, I'm just so frustrated. And I was like, I feel like everybody tried to chastise him and say that maybe you need to open up a little bit more and all this other stuff. But when you do it, you got to kind of use discernment. Like, I mean, I felt like, yeah, you got a little chastised or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like you still need to hold some things close to the vest. And I just think this pillow talking that Effie and Rick is doing, I don't think it's going to fare well, because I actually seen Effie's wheels turning in this particular scene right here. What if it's Frank's? Oh, Gemini Dawn. That's a good one. Hold on, let me put this up there. What if it's Frank's wife's people doing a shootout? That would be good. That would be a good thing. But they said they was going after Lorenzo. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't think, because Monet is the only person that they know or whatever. So I think the target, based off of what Evelyn said to her, she said, tell Lorenzo to watch out. So it sounded like specifically that could have been what that was. But good call. And it could be Mahoney's people too. But I still feel like it's a setup, because it was so flat. It was so blah. It wasn't they wasn't out for blood. They wasn't really like, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. Yes, this is exactly where Tariq messed up. And when he was talking to her, telling her about all the stuff that was going on about Lauren, then he said, if you listen to the conversation, he said Braden and Kane was on the wire with her. And she said Kane, and then she didn't say nothing about Braden. She never even inquired. She acted like she didn't even hear Braden's name, but she heard Kane's name. And so she know that Kane, he about that life. So she know he'll do what needs to be done. So she took that information into her Rolodex, because she know Tariq ain't gonna do it, because she feels like, as we see later on, she told Braden that Rick getting soft. So she took it upon herself to go to Kane to give him that piece of information, thinking that he was going to handle it. Oh, we ain't get there yet. Let me go. Okay, so anyway, this is the conversation where he was basically talking too damn much. And we'll get to the part where she goes and takes that information to Kane, hoping that he would do the right thing. But then you see him, he turns right back around and called Braden to clean it up. And I know she was like, God damn, that's not what I was, that's not what I wanted, you to do. But anyway, that's just the way the cookie crumbled. But this meetup with Effie and Kane, like they was vibing, because mind you, if Effie is thinking that Tariq is weak and he's not going to be able to make the right decisions for himself in the organization, now that gives you pause. And then you like, but she will surely find out that Kane isn't smart enough. She's going to understand that yeah, he may put in the work or whatever, but it just don't go all the way up. So with that being said, so he was like, Rick didn't tell me this. And he was like, but you did. And so they like giving the googly eyes and shit like that. Like he was like, he softened up to her. And I was like, girl, you better watch out, because that girl, that Black Widow, she'll have you all up in her web. Look at them eyes. I said, girl, you know exactly what you're doing. So he goes and meets up with Braden and tries to tell him to handle Lauren. And I'm just like, and those are the things. Like, she don't know Kane just yet, but those are the things that she's going to learn, that you can't put that egg into that basket, because Dodo will probably do just the opposite of what you want him to do. Okay. So, excuse me. After Braden left Kane, Jenny pops up on him again, like giving him her business card, talking about, I know you can help me out and think about it, whatever. Girl, ain't nobody stunting on you. Get out of here. And I was like, Braden, don't take that card. Throw that motherfucker down down the sewer or something. Girl, no, bye. So checkmate. Cheers to influence. So Tate is up here. He got the information. He is ready to go, right? So he's up there just he just going on real what did he say? He said you look like the cat who ate the canary. Because he was just a smiling and just had to, like, you just ain't gonna wait till you see. Put it on the table like the spades card. Put it on the table. So he put it on the table. He took it and he could not believe his eyes. He looked at it and he was like, oh shit. So he was like, cheers. I was like, come on. That makes me think that influence is going to be pretty good, because I see like the deception and all the betrayal and all the stuff that could be going on, that we can really get something really good going. So I'm excited for it. That was my least excited of the Power universe. It was influence. So okay, I guess I'm back on board. You know what I'm saying? Reek says goodbye to Yaz. So I'm trying to figure out, what is Mr. Lawyer Man doing? Because for the life of me, if he is under orders to put this girl into foster care, seal her records, change her name, what the hell makes you think taking Tariq to see the adopted family and to see her is a good idea? I'm just like, I mean, I guess, listen, they did it for symbolic purposes. So this is what I saw. This was it was symbolism. So she's there enjoying her birthday, looking so sad, and he's looking so sad, and the music plays. And then he leaves. And he's like, I guess it's best for everybody for me to just, leave her where. Now, Nene wants to take her husband out. One, I'm gonna tell you why this is a bad idea. And I don't want to totally discredit Mecca, but he has been moving funny because Nene is his Achilles heel. However, what I will say is that the bullshit, first she put the bug in his ear talking about at the shootout that Lorenzo did it. And he know he did it, right? So, okay, follow me. Like, we don't know that they haven't dramatized it yet, but we know that Mecca did it. She goes here, and then so she acts like she knows for a fact Lorenzo did this. He's not gonna stop until I'm fully like until he takes me out. And then I'm sitting up here like, Mecca, if this doesn't make any sense to you, why in the world would Lorenzo steal your dope when he was the one slated to get the dope? Like, that was his rep. So how does that make sense? Like, why would you? I mean, it's just like, he's sitting up there waiting for the money, waiting for the drugs and all this other stuff. And like I'm saying, like, if you really think about it, like, yeah, you're sitting up there. He didn't even know where Mecca lived at. So, like, if you think about it, it doesn't make sense for Lorenzo to have made that move on him. But then Monet tried to switch it up and try to blame him and like throw him under the bus for everything. But if you're thinking it all out, I just feel like it just doesn't make sense to do it that way. But she's laying it on thick, and he's like going with it. He's kind of looking a little side eye. Whenever he cocked that head to the side, he always having some other thoughts or whatever, but she gonna go with it. And so later on, oh yeah, Brayden chose the streets. Okay, so this is when him and Effie meets up. And then Effie mentions to him that Tariq is getting soft. And then because he has to make some moves and he's not doing it. And then Brayden was like, well, I mean, if you always got to be hard, like, you can't, I mean, strong. If you always trying to be strong, why you stop calling him weak or whatever? Sometimes you have your moments or whatever when you always have to be strong. Like, think about what he's going through. And then so they're having this conversation. Basically, she pulls it out. He's like, he's mad at him for some things. He don't want to do some things. And she was like, look, the bottom line of this thing was like, you chose the streets The streets didn't pull up to your doorstep. That's not how that worked. Like, you went out and saw it. You did it with Choke. You did it here at Stansfield. You chose that life. And so you got to stand in your shit. And that's all it is. And so, yeah, she kind of like put it down just like that. And if Brayden was smart, he put that pin in his head about what she called Tariq weak. You know, I don't know. I'm thinking she's rethinking some things. You know what I'm saying? She's rethinking her position and how she feels about him or whatever. She feels bad. I think she has, you know. Okay, so now Mecca is getting ready to show his hand, right? So he shows his hand. He goes up in there. He was like, he's going to find the damn ring, the bag with the ring in it, because they getting ready to make some moves. Because, you know, he said, I'm going out the country, so they need them passports and all that stuff. Well, y'all know what was in there because it comes later on down the line. So he had all that stuff in there. He had his papers in there. He had his passports in there. He had everything, the ring, everything. So he's pissed. And he know that Kane is the only one that saw the shit in there and where it was at or whatever, and who had access to it. And so he was like, I know you did the drug shit, but now you done personally stole from me. Time's up. So he came and he was just like, time's up. And so he was just like, nah. He was like, what is you talking about? You know, they still trying to fake it till they make it. But I was just like, I don't know. So he was sitting up there. He was like, well, let's do it another way. Now, didn't we say that damn James Bond case that had that diamond in there that was so high tech? We knew that shit had a tracker on it. Either something in the bag had a tracker or the ring had a tracker. And sure enough, Mecca pulls out the tracker. He was like, well, we'll do it just like this. And so he pulls out the tracker. What? Stansfield University. So Kane is there calling his mama like, Mom, I done fucked up. I'm about to be dead. Bye. And tell Diana and Drew I said bye too. I was like, oh boy. So Monet started putting two and two together. She was like, the Connect did all that. And he let you stay there with a phone at his place and all this stuff. She was like, that shit just don't sound right. Like, what the fuck? And so I don't understand why he left you like that. And so she's sitting up here. She was like, send me a picture of this damn Connect. And so he sends the picture, and the next thing you know, he had access to everything. So he was able to give her the address, buzz her up or whatever. So then she said, tell Tariq, let him know that he activated the tracker and he is on the way. So Kane calls, which I'm surprised, but he did. He called and he told Reek, and Reek was in there. I guess he was just maybe going to do some things or whatever. He gets the text saying, you know, that the tracker is activated. So he goes in there. He's going through all of the stuff, and he finds all of Tejada's, all of the kids. Everybody has passports and everything in there. He also finds the paperwork from the state's attorney, the U.S. attorney, about that is his particular, however they bargain his deal, and that's how he's moving the way he does. I knew he was a narc. I knew he was some kind of narc, and Reek was smart for taking a picture of it, which he should have. And the good thing about it is that when he was on his way, okay, so he was telling Brayden to go get Lauren, but Brayden was already there because Kane told him to go get her. And so he was on his way back to his dorm, and he wanted to get ready. So he's calling Davis, what can you give me on what's his name? Dante Spears. So he's giving him the rundown. He lets him know, oh, you done got with the wrong person. This person got this, that. He's like running off the rap sheet or whatever. And it's just like, okay, now he gets all of the information, pertinent information, but the biggest thing was the informant. And you know what we can't be in the streets, right? So Tariq takes that, pins it up. Hey, Mecca, what's up? And he like, hands down, he kept the Joker face, the poker face, Joker face, whatever you call it. He didn't flinch. He didn't look scared. He yoked him up. He talking about he needed $2 million. I was like, $2 million. Davis asked for $2 million every goddamn episode. You should have said at least 10 million. At least you would have been good for at least a month or something. 2 million. That's a week's work for Davis. I was just like, okay, whatever. So he asked for a little measly $2 million. So he gets his little $2 million. He kept his poker face. And he kind of, he bucked up to him, and he was just like, y'all, I got the clip of what he said to him when he said, I don't think I got the audio for it, but when Mecca said, he told him he'll go ahead and he'll acquiesce him, he'll give him all the offshore accounts and all this other stuff. He'll do all that. I got it, Then he was like, because he told him that he was snitch. He said, something happened to me, it's gonna get out. He said, you probably people probably looking, pay good money to get you. So he gonna put it out there. So he put the bluff out there. I don't think it was a bluff, because if something happened to him, then maybe it's just gonna go out like that. So he told him that his father, he said, he was telling him the School of Americas, telling him all his backstories. He would go down to the Georgias and be down there and keep order in the Western civilization or something like that. And I guess just making moves and doing whatever they do, child. You know what the government be doing, child. He told him that his biggest fish was Lobos. And he was like, when you get to hell, make sure you tell your father good looking out, because he found out, because he turned him in for his freedom. And then it turns out that he didn't even have to worry about any kind of retaliation, because somebody had already killed him. And we know who killed Lobos, none other than Tommy and Ghost. And so I thought the reveal was dope. I love the story. I love how they was actually able to tie it back. And I think that he was probably the informant for the last guy. Like, you remember Greg Knox had got killed off, and then it was this other white guy, not Sandoval. It was another white guy that kind of came out the blue, and he was kind of mysterious, and we didn't really know what he was doing, but we knew that he could make moves and stuff like that. He kind of moved like a ghost character or whatever. And Angela was trying to get close to him, but he just kept on doing little favors for her, but trying not to get too connected to her. But I love the way they tied that shit in, and I was just like, but I was there, they built the reveal up, but then it just kind of deflated me, because I'm just like, y'all made this nigga out to be a glorified global snitch. I was just like, no. Okay, so he's dead. He's dead, y'all, right? He's dying, right? Right. So anyway, like I said, I thought this particular sequence was pretty dope. My throat starting to hurt. I must have been yelling. God damn, I must be yelling. Am I talking too loud, y'all? Let me know if I need to turn my volume down. Okay. Brayden and Lauren. Y'all, my throat, y'all. I done messed up. Okay, so he's taking her to this thing, like she was falling asleep or whatever. She was falling asleep in the car, right? And I said, girl, you don't want to be falling asleep in no drug dealer car, and they're going to take you somewhere. You fuck around and be like, what was that on Raising Canaan when he had to kill that little boy? Like, let me go take a piss over here. Bitch, no. She woke up like, where are we? I was like, oh, girl. You in a place you don't never want to be with somebody that you done snitched on and wore a wire, and they implicated in that. Or whatever. So anyway, so she gets up there, and then like he gets out the car. He was like, I need to pull over for a second. He gets out the car, and he like, I guess he trying to pump himself up or whatever, because he couldn't do it to her while she was in the car. So he got out, went to the back, got the money, I guess got the strap or whatever, and then he puts the gun in her face, and he's like, first he was like, get out the car. So we mean business, right? Because when Brayden pulled the gun out on, a girl, we mean business, because, he's not even that type of dude. She gets out, she's crying. He can't do it. He just said, He threw the bag of money to her, and he was like, you got to get off the grid. You got to get out of here, roll out, and don't turn back. He said, don't call your parents. Don't do no credit cards. Don't do nothing. He said, you will probably need more money than this, but listen, I guess you're going to be working at the strip club down at P Valley, right? So that's where she's going to end up at under a different name. So she had to leave. And no sooner than he told her to roll out and leave and go down. He said a bus stop is a mile down the road. Here come Effie. All you hear is, I guess she was following them. She gets up out the car, probably knew damn full well she probably was following him. You know, like I said, these conveniences. So I'm just making it up. Hey, Alyssa. Hey, Whitney. Hey, Tipsy. I'm just making it up, like, what is going on? Oh, yeah, cat fight. Okay, so she takes Lauren to her car. And y'all, please, somebody tell me whether or not, I don't think it sounded like she dropped the money. Like, when she went and she stole Lauren in the face, because she kept giving her all this lip or whatever. So she stole her in the face, and you know, Lauren ain't fighting back, honey. She get up and she crying and stuff, talking about, please don't. She get in the car, whatever, and then Effie turns around. She took the bag from her. She turns around, look like she's getting in the car. Then I heard like she threw the bag down. But I was like, if she threw the bag down, you would think that Braden would come get the bag, but he never did that. When she got in the car, he got in his car. So I know she definitely couldn't have left that bag there, but I swear, watch it one more time. I swear it looked like she threw the bag. She looked over to the side, and it sounded like a sound. And then she got into the car. But I know she ain't stupid enough to leave that damn money. So she took her, and apparently, child, she went and handled some business. They took care of it off camera. So everybody seems to think. But I know in storytelling, if you don't see a body, they are not dead, presumably. So I think at any given time, we may see Lauren again. Okay. So Monet finds out the truth. Okay. Monet finds out the truth, comes in here, and what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. So, okay. So, yes, Kane hiding behind his mommy, because he done gave his mother the information to come over there to save his ass. Because when he sent her the picture of Mecca, she's like, give me the address. She goes over there, and then soon as she get there, Mecca gets there, and she's like, oh, I like the name Mecca. And then so she was like, you was playing me the whole time. Kane was like, you was playing me the whole time. You mean Dante as in Zeke's daddy? Like, everybody's putting the pieces together or whatever. So we sitting up there looking like, oh, wow. So she did. Alyssa, did you? I swear I heard it, but it don't make any sense that Braden wouldn't go back and get it. Like, he was looking at her. So I don't know. I swear. Then I felt like when she got in the car, I felt like she threw something into the car. So I thought that could have been a bag. Watch it one more time, y'all. I watched it 3 times, maybe 4 times. But they're sitting up there. He was sitting up there. As soon as he opened the door, you saw Kane, but then you saw it pan over to Monet, and you saw Kane take a couple of steps towards Monet. I said, you little bitch. Hiding behind mommy. So she going through the whole spiel or whatever. And so now that she has this information, I think things are going to change. Like, she's doing this to bide her time right now. Like, she knows that she's on the outs with Lorenzo. She's figuring out this whole thing with Kane. So it's just a whole lot of things going on, and she needs to rethink some things. And I'm gonna get into it because I think we're almost at the end, y'all. We almost at the end. And so we'll get into our theories and stuff like that. I'm gonna get down these comments, and I'm gonna see what you guys got to say. She was like, we need to kill Lorenzo. He was like, so he looked at Kane, and he was like, you down with that? And Kane was like, he's pretty much like, yeah, it's a lot of things. Like, he's like, really? That don't make no sense. And then it says, "You down with it, Kane?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's a lot of stuff you don't know about me and my pops." Now, sleeping with the enemy. Okay, did y'all notice? Listen, they setting it up, but I feel like it's misdirect. I feel like, make no mistake about it, I feel like it's misdirect. She tiptoed into the house, into his dorm room with her bare feet. Was that because whatever she did to her, she was taking off the evidence of what she, whatever she had on, like the shoes, the mud, everything, like the footprints? Is that what she came in there barefoot because of that? Or she was just trying to tiptoe and get back into the bed and not disturb Tariq? Now she went in there and she's taking off all her clothes or whatever, and she looks really, really sad. She was taking off her earrings and she looked like she was going through all this turmoil, like she really didn't want to do what she had to do, but she ended up doing it anyway. So yeah, so she gets into the bed, and of course, soon as the butt get in the bed, the guys find a way to the butt, right? He turns right on over and gets all hugged up, all up in it, right? And that's how it goes off. And she was looking very, very worried. She looked very, very concerned. Like I said, I feel like they wanted to play it either way. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too. So it's a possibility that we can bring her back, or did we just kill her off? All right, y'all. So it's theory time. It's theory time. What are we saying? What are we saying? Hey, Lord Dragon, Gemini Dawn, Alyssa, Whitney. Thank y'all so much, William Lawrence. I appreciate y'all. The GH review, Samara, support. I thought I saw Brillo in here. Vaughn, Kay. Thank y'all so much, so much. Let's get y'all theories. Let's do big death predictions. I have 4 people who are going to get the axe next episode. Starting out with 1, Zeke. His storyline is wrapped up, baby. I'm sorry. There's nowhere to go with him. There's nowhere to go. He resents his mother. His father about to die. Monet may probably end up back with Lorenzo. And Zeke is going to be on the outs. And if he's not going to go to the draft, they done threw that monkey wrench in there. His story is over. His storyline is done, complete, kaput, rest in peace. Next, Mecca, definitely dying. You name somebody a rat, gone, out of here. Who would kill Zeke? I think Zeke is going to be collateral damage. I think between this love and war between the Tejadas and the Spears, the Mecca, and he's going to be collateral damage somehow, some way in this whole thing. Don't know exactly who will kill him, but I feel like he will die. And we said Courtney Kemp in her live said that the sister or the person that was posing as his mother is coming up in season 3, and I think she's coming up there for the sole purpose of coming to his funeral. That's what I think. So she's coming up there. I don't think she'll be a series regular or anything like that. She's coming in there to maybe expound a little bit more. You guys can get the gist of that. Also, too, Ev is dying. Snitches get stitches. He's already signed his death certificate. Then, of course, I don't know how Drew is going to play it, whether or not he gets caught with his key card or something goes awry with that, and something happens. But either way, I still feel like Lorenzo or Kane is going to have to eliminate Everett. I don't think that Drew will be able to do that, but I do think he's going to die. And I have one more. Oh, Kane. I think Kane is going to go, but the only reason why I don't think he might, because they've opened up this seemingly this little third branch with this Effie. Like, I feel like they just kind of like broaden that whole thing out. So Kane might get hurt, but I don't think he will die. But I think it's time though. I think he's made so many mistakes, and I don't know. You just have to have that person that's like a pain in the ass, and maybe he'll prove to be that character. Like how your Dre character was, like that nigga. He should have been dead, but that thing. Which I think. And then also too, I thought Monet was going to go because I thought her storyline wasn't going to turn up to be anything, because I don't think Lorenzo is going to get over anything. I think her and Diana's girl, let me tell you, her and Diana, bitch, it will be hands on sight. Every time I see you, bitch, I'm fucking you up. That's what it would be with me and Diana. It's hands on sight. So I don't know how they're going to repair that. So I don't know. That's just what it ain't. And the way Monet go, I would not be surprised if that's just the way that is. I think, and also too, I'm just gonna say it. If Mecca dies, she ain't got nowhere to go to. But I think she's setting Mecca up. The talking about this Lorenzo thing, she's gonna go back to Lorenzo for sure. If he has her, if he doesn't have her, I can see them killing her off some kind of way, or her going away some kind of way, because her family is just too fractured. And if she doesn't have Mecca to lean on, I don't see that blossoming into anything. Or is this going to be the Tejadas against the Tejadas? Like, I don't know how interested in that I am either. The next episode is called Love and War. So there it is right there. So we know it's going to be going down between Mecca, Lorenzo, Monet, and all the key players or whatever. Also, too, Mary has been coming out with new music, baby. If you did not know, good morning. Good morning, gorgeous. She done came out with 2 new singles. I think she's in the lab. I think she's getting ready to drop an album soon, and I think she's about to go on tour. So I think they're going to go ahead and kill her off, because being a main character on a series does take up a lot of your life. And so I think she is the panel, everything that opened back up, they're doing concerts again and stuff like that. I think that she may get wrapped up soon. So there's that. So yeah, y'all, what y'all got? Kane can't die. We love to hate him. Yes, I'm telling you. Whitney says, I think Monet wants Dante and Lorenzo dead. Plot twist. That way she can get back into power, right? Especially after she finds out. And you know who's going to tell her, right? Tariq is going to be the one who tells her. And that is going to cause the shift where she's going to orchestrate this. And so, like I said, the snitch is going to get taken out first, but then there may be a Tejada war, and whoever wins. I don't know. Her family is just so messed up. Like, who is your crew, girl? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what else y'all saying? In the end, I believe Monet will end up dead instead of Dante and Lorenzo. Oh, okay. Well, that's a interesting take on that. I do believe it's a possibility that she will, but who I think will survive is Lorenzo. Like I said, I all but feel Dante, he signed his death certificate. That's done. He earned his death, as Courtney Kemp has said. A plot twist would be Monet lying and plotting to kill Mecca instead. And I believe that is exactly what's going to happen once she gets the information from Tariq in the season finale. Sweet Brown Sugar says Diana, Drew, and Poppy versus Monet, Kane, and Mecca. And I thought that's kind of like what we were going to get in this episode. But since they threw the snitch element in there, I don't see nobody's side with no snitch. So, I mean, I guess it'll just be up to Tariq what he gonna do. But if he's still gonna work with Monet, and he definitely ain't gonna be working with no snitch, so I'm thinking he just biding his time until he get his money in his offshore account, like he said. And if they do the switcheroo, give him the bag, maybe Tariq takes him out. Maybe somebody else takes him out. Somebody walk up behind. Like, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I don't think that's gonna. I don't think Dante is going. He's going. I don't think he's making it into season 2, baby. No, Monet is in it. They shooting season 3 already. Okay, all right, got you. Lorenzo loves Monet more than she loves him. Okay, so there may be some room for redemption. That's why he was so mad. Like, I mean, he was pissed. Like, I mean, like I said, that stuff happened before him, presumably. But yeah, then Diana gonna be sitting up there putting 25 on 10. She don't know if she was hopping on his dick and doing a full split. She don't know that. She know that there's a connection that they did do it, but she don't know what the hell they doing right now. So I'm just like, nah, like, let's not do that, Diet. Like I said, on site, bitch, we fighting. Muchella says Monet might disappear for a while. That's a good, like I said, like maybe they won't kill her off, but I think that she'll realize or feel like she doesn't have anything left in New York. All her children are grown. If something happened to Zeke, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? If something happened to him, she has nothing left there. And she may go off. You know what I'm saying? I think absolutely that is definitely an option. Like, you know, because you don't want to kill Murray off because she's such a dynamic character, you know. I guess we get a little bit more than scowls on her like lately, this last couple of episodes. But the first couple of episodes, bitch, that bitch, a permanent frown on her face. Excuse me. If Lorenzo and Mecca die, in the trailer, Drew is standing over someone with a gun. For some reason, I want to say it might. Now, this is a hot take now. Like I said, I think somebody is going to go after Everett. Now, if this is the case, he might be trying to protect Everett. And who could that be? I know he ain't going to do it to his Poppy, but I don't think Poppy going to do it. I think he's going to send Kane to do it. That's just my thought. And yeah, you know, that whole Cain and Abel, that whole sibling rivalry they've been having, it's still on full display there. So that's a good one, Gemini Dawn. He was standing over somebody in a trailer. She said, I thought that too, but I was wondering if it was Cain. Exactly. And it's just like what I just played out is my thought. I still can't get over the age thing. Monet said she was 16. That would make her 39, and they all looking over. Bitch. Wendy, the shade, baby, the shade. They look at every bit over 50. Yes, for sure. And she is in real life. 16 when she had Zeke, right? Yeah, baby, the math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing. Courtney, I'm gonna need you to go back to the drawing board with that, baby. Love you. Team Taurus. William Lawrence saying doing a full split at her age, baby. You'd be surprised. I'm already 40. Gemini Dawn says Drew looked upset. Wait a minute, and someone looked like they stopped Drew. Something tells me that Reek will be heated at Diana, Brayden, and Effie. Yeah, when we figure out what is going on with Lauren, when he get the full story on what happened, he gonna be pissed. That's for sure. He is gonna be pissed. You are right about that, Gemini. Kane was pushing Drew's arm out the way too. Right. And that has the potential, if the gun go off, Zeke, crossfire. Like, you just don't, like, if a whole melee just start going off and you don't know when and where and who all is there in the room, baby, anything can happen. Hey, Jeremiah. How y'all doing? Mecca needs to go after they reveal his rat ass self. Right. There's nowhere to go for him. He's totally like kaput. Like, I was like, y'all couldn't do better than that. Like, It was Kane stopping Drew. I had to record it with my phone. Whoever had the gun on them appeared to have had waves and some slim sideburns like Tariq. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, because Tariq is slim. You see him with the, I don't know what we be having on them joggers. Keep in mind, they don't know what Reek is capable of. They don't know. They don't know, but they will find out. Hey, Flyboy, what's up? What's up? Thanks for stopping by. Make sure y'all hit them like buttons. Share my videos, please, please, please. That is basically it. I don't want to keep y'all anymore. Hey, JH. What about 2-Bit? We are getting 2-Bit and what's the other guy name? What's the other guy name, y'all? If you want to see, it's on IMDb. 2-Bit is gonna be in the next episode, and the guy who plays hold on, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Cristobal is slated in IMDb for episode 10. And so of course she said in her live, if y'all haven't caught it, it's up on my channel. In this week's live, she said that episode 9 and 10 was going to be full of fan service for the audience for Power Book 1. So we had a slew of people that showed up in the first 5-10 minutes of this episode, and we're going to get 2-Bit and Cristobal allegedly. Yes, JH, that is who is going to be in episode 10. So we're going to have a lot of moving pieces. And also too, y'all remember another clue that made me figure out that it was Mecca who set up Zeke and released his real information, because he's connected like that. One, he's connected. He can make a phone call and make shit happen. And two, when Monet said something to him about the if something happened to his chances in the draft, he said, well, going to a remote island and living with his two parents, that ain't too bad of a choice either. So those were the clues that led me to believe it was Mecca behind all of that stuff, trying to reposition the pieces on the board. And like she said, he did it for me to need him. So that is a law of power. What law of power is that? You got to appeal to people's self-interest. So like you said, she wanted to like leave. She wanted to, just enjoy her life and stuff like that. Her own self-interest. She wanted to go with him. And, then he's just saying that, it's not a bad thing. It's just not a bad thing to do that. So yeah. Did Moochie leave? Moochie gone? Do you think Tasha will pop up? I think Tasha, there will be a phone call. Pop up? Maybe not. But a phone call, I could see her being in the episode where they're filming her somewhere else and she's not really on the power set, but she's somewhere I could see a phone call for sure. With maybe Tariq giving him the information about Rainey or something like that. So I would be interested to know. I thought we was going to at least get her appearance at least once. So, but I think Mecca set that up. Yes. Lorenzo didn't do that. No. Yeah, Lorenzo is not that smart, baby. Nope. Mecca had passports for the whole family. He definitely, exactly. That's what we're saying. That's just what it is, And I think Monet is gonna get that paperwork signed, baby. And when he do die, look what I got. I'm just saying, I don't know. But shit, he already had the contracts drawn up. Like, come on, baby, let's make it official. Let me get your John Hancock on this. I thought Mecca was behind it. Yeah, I think so. Courtney keeps putting Ghost's name in the show and wonders why people still thinks he's alive. Yes, and making conspiracy videos, girl. I mean, not girl, Jeremiah. I'm still working on mine. Like, I'm still getting the clips and shit because there is a conspiracy, because that's what they're misleading the audience to believe, and then want to get irritated when everybody keeps saying he alive. Girl, you don't get out of here. Team Taurus. Drew shapeshifted again. Yes, like, come on. Like, I need y'all to keep these characters consistent. Like, don't do that. Like, it irritates me. That's why I like when you get into these theories and stuff, but they just want to throw things up for the dramatics and plot conveniences and stuff like that. And those people would never act like that. Like, it just burns my buttons. When Reek saw that the bag that he had oh, wait a minute, when Reek saw that bag that he had, oh, he was like, what? Yes, especially when he looked in there. And I was wondering, like, I guess Drew didn't even have time to look and see what was in there. I'm like, nigga, you could have been taking a whole bomb out the house. Like, you don't even know what the hell. All he did was saw a ring. He could have been like, boy, what? Like, a mess. Right. So finally somebody going through the damn bag. So Reek went in there and he was like, wow. And I mean, Mecca, that really should have been in a safe, baby. Y'all, you had the guns in the safe. You need to have that bag in the safe. What? Like, see what I'm saying? They're gonna use Mecca for his money since since they have nothing. Right. Mecca did set it up. I doubt Lorenzo cared enough to put exactly. That's exactly what I said, Alyssa. Sweet brown sugar. I'm also wondering if Tariq will get Davis and find a way of retrieving the money Mecca put in there. I wonder. I think the only person that could possibly do that is Monet. I don't know. I wonder. What y'all think? Y'all put in the chat what y'all think about Sweet Brown Sugar's comment about Tariq getting with Davis to find a way to retrieve the money. Child, in Power Universe, anything is possible. That's why James is not off the table for me. And Moochie put it so great, girl. Recast him. I changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I had enemies all around me. I had to move on. My goddamn son tried to kill me. Yeah, it was a hard shot. Yes, he fell 10 feet down to the thing, but I've seen people live through worse. Trust me. So I don't know. And like I said, this is power. Effie is so trashy. Yes. That shit that she pulled with Kane, did not like it. And like the stuff that like how she's moving with Tariq now, like at first she had me fooled, but now I definitely saw the wheels turning. I saw her making moves. I saw her doing things that ain't nobody tell her to do. So I definitely agree. She is not a ride or die. And ladies, I do not stand by ride or die culture. Free yourself from that. We're not doing that either in 2022. Gemini Don Kane was half as right when he thought Mecca could be the feds. Right. He was half right. It was like he's a part of it, but he's not like governed fully by it. Like he doesn't really have to follow the day-to-day rules. Like he can just like kind of come and go as they need him and as as the circumstances allow. Rick saw that bag in the government files. He put it all together. Yeah. And plus with Dave, right. They set that shit up so good. I love the reveal of that. That was good. Effie looked like she wanted to smash Kane. Yes, she did. She was giving him the eyes. I know. Yeah, Effie gave me snitch vibes. She didn't give me snitch vibes. No, I don't have her snitching. Not ever. I could see her switching sides. Switch, but not snitch. No. I agree. She did have snitch and guilt written all over. She has something. I saw guilt, but not snitch. No. But I could be, because that's two. Listen, that's two people in a row that said snitch. I don't feel the snitch, but I do feel the guilt. So whatever was done, yes, snake vibes. Yes, you don't know what she gonna do, but best believe there's a plan in motion. There's something in motion. And if if I'm a betting woman, which I am because I go to the casino all the time, baby, but I would think that she's plotting to take over Tariq's position again. She's trying to move and shift, and she may not even be trying to do it with the school thing, but it's good to know what they're doing. She knows the operation in and out. You know what I'm saying? But I think whomever is going to come back into the fold during this power vacuum and all this stuff, whoever's going to, after Mecca is no more, we got to get the next big bad. And so I could see her taking all of the knowledge that Tariq has told her. Like, he told her so much, y'all. I was so mad. I was just like,
Hush! You talk too much. Homegirl, you never shut up.
Tariq, shut your mouth, damn it. Let's do that. Well, I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. I appreciate it so much because I'm trying to get my watch time hours out. Did y'all check out my Scream movie review? It is my first review of 2022. I didn't tell you guys, but I am covering the American Black Film Festival in June of this year down in Miami Beach, Florida. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I also applied to do a DC Film Festival as well. So the Diva is trying to get her name, her face, and everything out there. I think I've gathered enough practice and I put myself out there enough to be confident enough to talk to people and interview people and things like that. So that's where I am with it. So 2022, I'm going to be doing a variety of different things. I'll probably be vlogging while I'm down in Miami and attending the festival and stuff, whatever I can do. I got to figure out, I'm going as a attendee, but I am applying for press credentials as well. So we'll see about that. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll be popping over at Twitter, baby. Loves me some Twitter. And I do have a Facebook page, No or Go Reviews is where I put my video reviews up there, and then sometimes I do a journalistic type style too. So you can, if you want to read the review, if you want to get the video review, I'm going to have both on that platform. So yeah, so I'm excited about it. I'm ready. So you know your girl got to get summertime fine. So I got to work on this body, get this body right. So I'm going to be doing that from February up until June. So I hope that my IG page is long. You should just go in the video description. It's boss lady _ Nita Boo, but it's in the video description below. So yeah, it might be easy to do it that way. And then my Twitter is at Nita Bougie. So that's Twitter. I'm about to put it in the chat. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me. I had a good time. Our girls went live last night without me. Miss K, that video is doing great. If y'all didn't check it out, check it out. Make sure y'all join us for Fridays, our live show on the rewatch of Game of Thrones. We go live every Friday at 8 p.m. And the next episode that we're doing is season 1, episode 5. So that is what we're doing this Friday. And then also too, we're having our hidden gems, but I don't know whose channel it's on. I don't know if it's mine, Moochie, okay, but I'll put it in the community tab anyway. So thanks for y'all rocking out with me. Follow me, I'll follow back. Just make sure you kind of DM me and say, hey, Diva Squad, or follow me back or something like that. I'll follow you back. I don't have no problem. And yeah, thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Had to look at it, right?